Hi guys, Delu Laguna. Now we know we've moved on from the 70s and 80s where racism in football was pretty prominent, pretty in your face. Don't get me wrong, to a degree, I still think it's in your face. It's just similar to society, football. You know, I'm a big fan of football mirroring society and vice versa. It's while it's still closed off and it's said in backhanded ways and in sly ways, it is coming to the forefront, and football is no different. Now, I don't know where I'm trying to go with this video. I mean, it's just my thoughts, really. I mean, let's start with the media. I mean, the media, we all know the media. If you go and look at Project Mockingbird and educate yourself, the media for years has been um, used to trick people's minds, to push agendas, to push racial stereotypes, to push prejudices and things like that. I mean, you look at James McLean, for obvious reasons, he doesn't want to wear a poppy, was slaughtered in the papers for not wearing a poppy. And the Sun's comments on Ross Barkley constantly referring to him as a gorilla or a monkey. Don't need to say why that's wrong and why that's a slap in the face in 2017. It's like they have, I don't know. In fact, let me just say they are clearly uncomfortable. While I think they're happy to see a footballer play football, a black footballer or any other nationality or race play football on the TV, they have a problem with what comes with being a footballer. The attention it makes them uncomfortable. The wealth, the financial freedom. You look at Lukaku killed for driving a Bentley, while people like Stephen Ireland praised for having a customized Bentley. Sterling's killed for buying his mum a house. What do you expect him to do? Killed for going Poundland. Killed for not using a private jet to go to Spain or something like that. Rashford killed for moving his mum to a better place in Manchester. Why can't these players live? Sturridge killed for constant aftershave stuff as well. It's just it's ridiculous. You look at 2006 after Ronaldo, what happened there? All the things that were said about Ronaldo. It's ridiculous. Sterling, like I said, Sterling's constantly killed. Dele Alli, as soon as England went out of the Euros, cobwebs about his family. We've all got skeletons in our closet. Cobwebs, bringing stuff out of his wardrobe about his mum and his dad and his relationship and his foster care. What kind of nonsense is that? Walker taking his text and stuff out of context and trying to slaughter him. There's actually many examples of how black players and players of other races are hung out to dry by, especially the media, because it's ridiculous. It's like, why do they have a problem with black players or players of other races in general flaunting their money? Not even flaunting it, spending their money. Of course they're gonna have a Bentley. Of course, it's like a lot of society. They don't want certain black players to show certain black traits and be themselves. I mean, you look at Kante, how humble Kante is. Don't get me wrong, I praise Kante for being humble. You don't necessarily need a nice car and things like that. He's got a Clio or a smart car or something like that. It's like they want everybody to be humble like that. Not every footballer is going to be like that. Some of these footballers, in fact, the majority of them come from nothing, come from areas where if they wasn't footballers, God knows what they'd be getting up to. Like you look at Zaha, written off by England, not selected into the squad. He goes and plays for Ivory Coast. He's slaughtered for picking the easy option and this and that. How is picking Ivory Coast the easy option? They hardly qualify for World Cups. They've got considerably less standard players than England. He can't hide in that squad because he's gonna have to be one of the main players and turn up. He's from there. He's from the country. He's born there. If you look at how much they relied on Jogba and how much attention they played to Jogba, you'll see how big it is on Zaha. And he was saying how people were saying it's easy because he gets to go to tournaments X, Y, and Z. What kind of nonsense is this? Was Townsend for picking Ireland over thingy England killed? No, it doesn't make no sense. Like it's just selective and it's quite frankly it's wrong. And I do feel, especially black players in England, they're set up for it when they play for England. They're set up to fail purely because they're the first to be criticised, and they're the first to be criticised constantly. The blames to be pinned on them. It's ridiculous. We know the media hates minorities and they push agendas. Whenever Sterling does well, you hear Sterling, who grew up at Wembley, blah blah blah, playing well. But when it's something bad or something he shouldn't be doing, Jamaican-born Sterling, things like that, you gotta be you gotta know how to listen to the smart little terminologies and their tones and things like that. I mean, it's ridiculous. It is ridiculous. It's ridiculous when you've got people like Vardy and Jack Wilshere praised for building AstroTurf in their garden. But then you have certain other players who did the same thing and they're killed in the paper. You see the inconsistencies with the paper. The paper's long had a problem with black players, and it will always have a problem with minorities, especially the likes of the Sun and the Daily Mail. And it is annoying, and it won't stop. it will not stop, and it's something that really gets to me. But yeah, guys, Deluded Guna. I know it's not like my normal vids. It's a bit of a downer. Just thought to get this off my chest, to be honest with you. But yeah, subscribe, like, share for me, comment your opinions. Deluded Guna.